Matawalle played a significant role in not removing him would amount to political suicide. Gumi. This Gumi, I don't understand. So if they remove somebody to amount to political suicide, I'm even tired of talking on this man's issue, According to a report by The Sun on Friday, December 19, 2025, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, Kaduna-based Islamic scholar indeed, said Nigerian banditry crisis is gradually easing as affected communities begin to regain stability. And maybe it's because they've told the people to stop. It's not because Trump wants to come and interfere. That's why people are reducing your banditry now. After everything dies down, now people will continue later. Imagine, it's telling us that it is gradually easing. As affected communities begin to regain stability, noting visible changes in areas of the Northwest that were once overwhelmed by insecurity. He explained that daily life is slowly returning to places previously considered unsafe, with residents resuming routine activities and local economy showing signs of recovery. It really shows sign. Speaking on the current situation, he said, politically speaking, Matawalle played a significant role in delivering support from some northern states. Removing him would amount to political suicide. I don't understand. What support did he deliver? Is it not part of you? Is it not a bandit like you? That said, I am not a politician. I do not care who wins or loses politically. What matters to me is the national interest. In that context, Matawalle is a dove, not a hawk. Matawalle is a dove. I beg, at these critical points in our national security challenge, what Nigeria needs are calm, thoughtful minds and not hot-headed approaches. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi stated that although the improvement in security conditions may not yet be dramatic, it is evident in several communities that had been gripped by fear for years. He pointed out that farmers are gradually returned to their farmlands, while traders and transporters are beginning to move freely along routes that were previously abandoned. Because you've called your boys to order now, Gumi, you think we don't know it is you? You know this. Yeah, it is you now. You are the one that have told them to reduce their action for now. According to him, this development reflects a shift from total paralysis to cautious normalcy, even as residents remain alert to lingering risk. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi described the renewed farming activities as a key indicator of progress, stressing that agriculture is central to livelihood across the Northwest. He said the return of farmers to their field shows growing confidence in the environment, as many had earlier fled their homes or suspended cultivation due to persistent attacks. He added that the reopening of local markets and the movement of goods between communities further demonstrate that economic life is slowly being restored. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi also spoke on the broader security landscape, explaining that the current phase requires patience and sustained effort rather than abrupt decisions. He noted that security challenges in the region developed over time and cannot be resolved instantly. Kai, is even speaking. Are you the president, Gumi? Are you our president? This one is you are not interested in politics. It's like you are the owner of Nigeria because you are the one always speaking and telling us what is going on in the country. It cannot be resolved instantly. Bello. He maintained that measured approaches, dialogue, and strategic planning remains essential in consolidating the gains already observed on the ground. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi addressed questions regarding political leadership and national security management, clarifying that his position is guided by concerns for the country rather than political calculations. He said that stability in governance structure is important during periods of security transition, especially when fragile process is being recorded in troubled areas. He emphasized that decisions taken at such moments should consider their broader implications for peace and continuity. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi reiterated that the situation in the Northwest reflects a cautious but meaningful shift, with communities gradually reclaiming aspects of normal life that had been lost to violence. He said the changes underscores the importance of calm leadership and deliberate actions in addressing security challenges, particularly at a time when many citizens are seeking lasting relief from years of disruption. It's back. Victor says, is Mr. President playing to the gallery because of his 2027 political ambition before Uncle? Yes, now. He cannot sacrifice the security and stability of the nation by allowing Matawalle to remain as Minister of State Defense in order to appease the North, to appease Gumi. It is going to become a political suicide if they remove Matawalle. Can you imagine what he's saying? Chinedu says he's an individual. Anyone can be retained or removed. Exactly. It can't be there forever. Please, you must take note of this at all times. If anyone does well, he can be retained. But if the person doesn't perform well or found guilty and below expectation, the person has to step aside or removed. Please stop seeing anyone or group of people as Zeruko trees and unmovable too. We're talking about a country and not an individual. Period. William says removing Matawalle Defense Minister of State is breaking terrorist windshield. In Nigeria, Aso Rock is keeping Matawalle in Aso Rock is like the president of Nigeria is being complicity to the fight of insecurity in Nigeria. Yes, if he remains there, then that means the president is aware or is part of the people that are causing insecurity in the country. Joby says Sheikh Ahmed Gumi should not use policies of North to retain Boko Haram suspected sponsor Matawalle. Retaining Matawalle is an indication of President Tinubu is sympathetic sin with Boko Haram sponsor. Abina Abba Julius says someone who is aiding and abetting terrorists played a key role in the North. Just wait, someone is coming to play a key role for the terrorists in different way. Lucky Kanye says Gumi and Matawalle should not be worried. Tinubu cannot do anything to them. David Abuki says Nigerians are concerned about the security of lives and properties, and this guy is thinking of political suicide. That is losing the 2027 election. Of course, now that you don't know. That's the threat now. You won't get our votes. You will lose election in our side. That's the threat that they give to them. King says by now, if this man is still himself, he ought to have known that any statement from him is viewed as biased, sentimental, wicked, and deceitful. His words and himself are of no significant value anymore to the Nigerian state. Okay, rest. Zakaria says a terrorist supporting another terrorist. Now. Amalumido says complete lies. Can you see that Tinubu played into them? Who is Matawalle in the North? A teacher, land clerical officer. North should stop deceiving themselves. Let everyone go his own separate ways because we cannot be one. Nickname says if your hands are clean, come back to Nigeria and give peaceful coexistence advice to Mr. President. Echeja says, wow, so this Gumi guy is even out this country. Reason is running his mouth in support of evil. Nnamdi says Gumi is a confused ignoramus. He knows nothing about politics. Gumi is fearing he will soon be caught, seeing his protector Matawalle. Removal means he, Gumi, has no more hiding place. Military, please increase the raid until Fulani terrorists and bandits cease to operate or exist. Gumi should be taken out. Peter says if the country is working, some people wouldn't have been talking freely today. Should have been behind bars. Yes, so it should be behind bars, this man especially. It is well. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.